in these last few days, with the last few pro-Palestine marches that have been happening, the capital cities of Europe looked as far removed from a European society as humanly possible, especially in London, our capital city. When John Cleese said that London was no longer an English city, he was goddamn right. During the last pro-Palestine march, it wasn't even English. Mobs of Arab Muslims marched for the streets of London like an invading army, attacking anyone who dared support Israel or even support England, the country they were in. Because these savage monsters, they would gladly support Palestine or Hamas from the safety of England. But when people try to support their own native country, they'll try and attack them. That's just the state of Britain now. It's an Islamic shithole. It's been allowed to happen. This destruction of Europe was allowed to happen. Through years of mass immigration starting in the 90s when Blair opened the borders. In other European cities, well, I say European, with frickin' commas, or whatever you call them, European, that's what I say. In other European cities such as Paris, Brussels, Berlin, Stockholm, Oslo, and Vienna. It looked as much as Europe. It looked as about as European as the French buildings in Dubai. It wasn't European. And yet this is Europe. Pro-Palestine protesters took to the streets like wild animals. This is not Europe. This is destruction of Europe. Destruction of our native homeland. We've lived here for thousands of years, and yet these savage, barbaric animals arrive here during the 2015 migrant crisis or in the 90s, and they just think it's theirs. And it is theirs. Because we do nothing. Our politicians do nothing, our police force do nothing, and the Paris riots, we saw who had the upper hand. It was the bloody migrants. It's all coming to a head. All this planned invasion is finally coming to a head. The cenotaph, the very memorial to our dead, that remembers our lads, they fought and they died for this country, for England, was of course used during the protest. It shows that the Metropolitan Police, that they, on the same day as this absolute tragedy was allowed to happen, this absolute barbaric event was allowed to occur at our cenotaph, they arrested a man for carrying a Union Jack flag, the flag of his country, as it might be offensive to the pro-Palestinian protesters and leftists who were waving Palestinian flags. I mean, it's just disgusting. This man was waving the Union Jack, the flag of this country, yet he was arrested. Meanwhile, there were people waving Palestinian flags, ISIS flags, Hamas flags, people waving communist flags. And he was arrested for waving the Union Jack, the flag of this country. They're also absolute patriots. They're either of the EDL or some other English league. And they were waving St. George's cross flags, the racist flags. Waving the flag of St. George at Palestinians, savage Palestinians, who were literally taking over our capital. They stood there, defiant, as these savage Arab mobs yelled, "Free, free Palestine!" for the safety of goddamn London. Disgusting. How about not free, free Palestine? Free, free England! Free, free England! From the sea to the highlands, England will be free! Free from communist oppression, free from Islamic colonization, free to be English. But now England is a racist country. Yeah, it's so racist we allow thousands of migrants in every single day. So racist we're not even allowed to fly our own flags in this country. I mean, it just shows you the mentality of these people. They support Hamas. They support a terrorist organisation from the safety of the streets of London. Well, the streets of London aren't exactly safe, not after bloody Sadiq Khan came to power and stopped Stockton searches. God. At this point, when you see that the cenotaph with Palestinian flags all over it, you just have to wonder, what did they die for? What did our lads die for in Flanders Fields and the Somme? What did they die for? Did they die for this? Did they die for this England? No, they didn't die for this England. They died for an English England. And how is this the future? The glorious future. If you look at some of the amazing coloured photos, because now with advancements in technology, you can take an old black and white film and put it in colour. And if you look at some of these marvellous photos, you see that is civilization. That is the future. That is innovation. That is a civilized society. These old black and white photos of old England, old France, old Europe, taken from black and white and put in colour. You can see it's so beautiful. If you look at the modern world, it's not beautiful. It's evil. People in this country are now arrested for flying the flag of this country. It's disgusting. Patriots are arrested for showing patriotism. Canada St. George's Cross is a racist symbol, but the ISIS flag isn't. I know you can fly the ISIS flag and not be goddamn arrested. You could be a brain-dead leftist shouting free, free Palestine. That's actually one of the things I actually found very, very strange. They were on TikTok and all over social media platforms. There were leftists, there were trans right activists, there were gay rights activists who are getting involved in the Palestine protests. And these are the same people who, call the right wing terrorists. But no, let's support actual terrorists. I mean, what is it with the left and Islam? Don't they know that once Islam gets to power, they'll be the first up against the wall? They're stupid. They are absolutely stupid. They're dumb. They're dumb. Shouting that twisted version of Bella Ciao. We are marching for Palestine. No, you're not. You're marching for a terrorist organisation. You're marching for a heartless bunch of killers who killed, mutilated, raped and burned people. You're marching for a group of monsters who burnt babies alive. Now, whilst I don't support any side in this conflict, I don't support Palestine, I don't support Israel, as Israel are now going about a genocide in Gaza, carpet bombing the Gaza Strip, destroying thousands of houses and killing thousands of innocent civilians, who they are then going to, pack up because all the people who Israel told to get out of the Gaza Strip, all these actual refugees, who most of them support Hamas, and most of them are very radically Muslim and agree with jihadist views. What Israel are going to do is they're going to get all these people and send them to Europe. Send these people to Europe with a support for Hamas in Europe. They're going to send people who actually want to be suicide bombers and jihadists to Europe. That is what Israel want to do, and that is fucking stupid, because all that's going to happen is more terrorist attacks, more jihadist attacks. I mean, already now, I would advise you, if you live in a big city in England or in any country in Western Europe, fucking watch your back, because there are going to be jihadist attacks every day. Disgusting what's happened to Europe. But of course, there are some countries that were not plagued by this disgust. Because Because there were some countries who weren't so culturally enriched. Like Czech Republic, Poland, Hungary. Maybe we should follow their motives and stop mass immigration. Because if you look at Warsaw, if you look at Budapest, if you look at wherever the capital of the Czech Republic is, if you look at Minsk, if you look at all these different places, they are very civilized. And they're in countries that are still European. Poland is fucking holding the line against mass uncontrolled immigration, literally. Their border is literally under attack from thousands of immigrants from India, Iran, Pakistan. Savage hordes of people looking to get into Poland and rape Polish women, molest Polish children, burn down Polish cities. And what are the Polish army doing? Holding them. Holding them. That's what our army should be doing down at the friggin' channel. Holding these illegal migrants. No, instead, when these illegal migrants rock up on their boats, we just say, on you go, boys. Here's your free hotel. Free accommodation. And you wonder why. You wonder why we have these massive unrest and jihadist attacks. When we're letting in terrorists. We're letting in rapists, murderers, paedophiles. This country is done. Even if we stop mass immigration, we outbred. These people, they don't come here to integrate. They come here to take, to colonize. And we let them in. We let the colonizers in.